Welcome to the best of Central Florida. I am Justin Clark. I will never forget. The year was 2002. I was in law school up in Boston, the Beantown Pub to be exact, when a classmate came over. He introduced himself. I said, "Where are you from?" He said, "Orlando." I was shocked. I thought Orlando was theme parks, chain restaurants, maybe a water park or two. Who would have thought that now, 20 years later, I would have spent 15 of those years here in Central Florida? Who would have thought I would raise my 2 little girls here? Who would have thought I fell in love with Central Florida? It's a hidden gem. Great restaurants, professional sports teams, booming art scene, Makaila River, the beaches, and yes, even the theme parks. From Orlando to DeLand, Osceola County to Marion County, this is the best of Central Florida. Today is all about pizza, but first, it's Mother's Day. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Makaila's here as well. Say Happy Mother's Day, please.
Happy Mother's Day and Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you.
You may think pizza was invented in Naples, but actually it was first eaten back in the 10th century in Lazio in southern Italy. Staple now throughout the world. Many of us work, including me, all week dreaming of that Friday night, Saturday night with the family, watching a movie, ordering a crispy, cheesy, hot pizza.
Yum.
I love it. It's what I look forward to all week. Over the last decade here, though, in Central Florida, the pizza has completely changed. The whole scene here has changed when it comes to pizza. I think in the past, we were more known for the pizza buffet or the big box store delivery joints. Not anymore. Central Florida now has world-class pizzerias, Italian restaurants with wood-fired ovens from the old country, and even some smaller chains that are really crushing their pizza program. But today, Makaila, we have to somehow narrow it down to 3.
It's gonna be hard.
And speaking of, welcome our critic here, Nichols, of course. How excited are you about this show?
I'm very personally excited. I love pizza, so this is gonna be a tough decision.
I totally agree. We're gonna do this. We're gonna take a quick break, but when we return, the best pizzas in Central Florida.
Welcome back. Growing up, I have eaten so much pizza, and in doing so, I came across this gentleman right here, our Critics' Choice, Mr. Bruno Zucchini. How you doing?
Good, glad to be here.
Good, so happy to have you here. So you are the owner of Pizza Bruno. Tell us a little bit about Pizza Bruno and when it started.
So Pizza Bruno is my pizzeria, obviously. I'm the Bruno. A lot of people didn't know I existed.
The Bruno.
I am the Bruno,
okay.
The one and only. Pizza Bruno opened 5 years ago on this upcoming June 25th. So 5 years.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, it's coming up. So it's pretty big occasion, I think. In restaurants, you get past the 3rd year, and that's like a big hump. And then 5th year is like, wow, it's really established. So yeah, it's been a wild ride and very exciting and all things in between. So yeah.
Incredible. Well, I can't help but notice your shirt. Can we just talk about that for a minute? Like Pizza Bruno, I know I'm talking to the guy, but tell me about this.
All right, so I love like T-shirts, and I grew up like going to a lot of shows and getting band shirts, and it's always like when you go to a place like a show, you have to get the shirt. You're like, hey, I went there, and sometimes tour shirts are pretty cool, and you can only get them there. So we've always done like really cool like merch, and this one, as you can see, is very Orlando. So it's a riff off of the Orlando Magic. That's pretty obvious, but it's our logo in there. So that's a pizza. It's not basketball. we do a lot of like different stuff. This one, Friends,
Yep.
you know, but this represents our garlic knots, which are very well known, and I'm sure if you've been there, you've had them or you've gotten there just after we've sold out, because we only make a certain amount every single day. But we do different merch, hats, shirts, stickers, local artists, people from all over really. So it's something fun to do.
Definitely. All right, so let's talk about the pizza. What did you bring with you today?
So I brought 3 representations of really great pizzas that we make a ton of. Okay, so these are all hits. These are hits. You know, day one we have a Blanca here, we have a Margarita here, we also have a Tight Socks, which was a sleeper hit that I just came up on the fly with one day, and people just absolutely love it and freak out over it. And it's really simple, but all of our pizza is made with 100% naturally leavened dough, which is a sourdough starter. So we use no yeast. We use all natural organic flours. We do a blend. All of our pizza dough is aged about 48 hours. So every time you get to a pizza, it's been in our cooler aging for about 2 days. And what that does is provides lift, which is our rise on our crust, also digestibility. So when you eat our pizzas, you'll be like, wow, that's really light. Because a lot of people don't like pizza because oh, it's like a brick, it sits heavy. You can devour like a whole pie and you're like, I feel like I didn't really eat that much. And that's what we're shooting for, is flavor, digestibility, unique toppings that work in our environment, which is a wood-fired oven. And our wood-fired oven, we cook at temperatures on the floor between 700 to 750, and then the dome is about 1,000. Which is traditionally Neapolitan temperatures, but what we do is a new Neapolitan. So we use those techniques, but we kind of throw all the rules out. We don't use Italian tomatoes, we don't use 00 flour. A lot of our products are American, and they're really great products, and that's what puts us in a category all of our own. So that's our pizza in a nutshell. And here's 3 great examples.
Yeah, I know, they all look amazing. So let's talk about categories. Let's talk about the pizza bracket, because I am standing with the champion of the pizza bracket.
Yeah, that was fun. It was through Orlando Magazine. Orlando Magazine's always been really great for us and done a lot of promo for us, and this year was pretty fun. It was sort of a crowdsourced internet thing, but it was a fun game because it put us against some places that I really enjoy. I think we came down to us and Prado at the end, which was like super cool because Chef Brandon was like, he's a friend now, but he was a mentor early on. So it's like a lot of fun, and we won it, which was huge. It was great for us. So pretty proud of that.
You should be. What an incredible just accomplishment. Well, thank you so much, Bruno. You're absolutely amazing. I don't know about you, but I am hungry. So we're going to eat, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the show. You have spoken, the people have spoken. Best pizza, People's Choice, goes to our good friends at La Bella Luna, Baldwin Park. I have Jesus, the executive chef, and I have Biagio, who's the pizza chef there.
Yeah.
That's a lot of responsibility being a pizza chef. Come on,
Yeah, I do it all my life.
Is that right?
Yeah, almost about 20 years.
Where did you learn to be a pizza chef?
I started just for dishes, so I step up a little bit. Okay, my own boss teaching me how to work. So finally, I go.
What makes a great pizza? In your mind, what is the most important part of a great pizza?
I love the job.
Yeah.
I like the customer happy. And I like the product. The same product I do every day. I don't want nobody to change.
Yeah.
It's my secret.
What's the right mixture, sauce versus cheese? What do you think?
Well, the cheese is good cheese. It from Sicily. Okay, the tomato sauce almost from Sicily.
Got it. Now I know that your owners are from Spain and Italy.
Yeah, my boss.
How would you describe the food there?
Well, our food is one of the greatest in Orlando, of course. We are a new restaurant. It's been open for about 20 years, if I'm not. If I'm mistaken.
No.
But we have a new owners.
Yep.
And we've been open for a year.
They're right back there, by the way. They're coming on next time. I see you guys hiding back there.
And we've been open for a year. We do all remodeling. Everything is new menu, new food. So like you see, we bring some of the stuff today.
How is the food Spanish? Is it Italian? What do you think?
That's Italian.
It's Italian.
Italian food.
Okay, got it.
Authentic Italian. I also was living in Italy and went to school in Italy. Bring the food. First time I bring the food to Chicago, to Little Italy in Chicago, and I went to culinary school in there. So everything that you see is original.
Well, let's do it. Let's go through this here. Talk to me about it's best pizza today. Let's start with the pizza. What's there at the end, guys?
It's a cheese, pepperoni, it's a basil, okay?
Yep.
Nice pizza.
What's the pizza you sell the most of?
Almost the Altamura, because my boss from Altamura, so I from Italy.
Got it.
So I love it so much. The customer like it. I like it.
So this is what? What is this called?
The Altamura.
Oh, okay, got it. And then here, what do we have?
Just cheese, just plain cheese, mozzarella, sauce, and oregano.
Beautiful. All right, Jesus, now it's not just pizza there, of course, at La Bella Luna. Tell me about these beautiful dishes that are making me very, very hungry.
Of course, this first one that we have in here is penne al salmone, which is penne pasta with salmon. It's sauté salmon with shallots, garlic, salt, pepper, vodka, heavy whipped cream, and tomato sauce. You toss it all together, and this is what you get.
We always hear about this vodka sauce, but one of my friends who really likes vodka wanted to know, is vodka really in the vodka sauce?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yes.
So you really put vodka in it when you make it?
Correct, that's correct.
It's for my friends, not me. Why is everyone laughing on the set here? Unbelievable.
That's correct.
I love the vodka sauce, of course. What do we have here?
That's fettuccine al olio with shrimp. And that's basically shrimp sauté with garlic, salt, pepper, fresh basil, and it's toasted on a white wine sauce with fettuccine.
And finally here, this beautiful dish. I believe this is some kind of chicken dish.
Yes,
what
it
do you
is.
have?
We call that one chicken saltimbocca, which is chicken breast pounded thin, stuffed with prosciutto and fontina cheese and sage. Then you saute it with a white wine, salt, pepper, oregano, and a little touch of tomato for color.
You got to check out La Bella Luna. Baldwin Park really doing well right now. A beautiful, safe place to go and take your family. Jesus, Biagio, thank you guys so much for coming today.
No problem.
Excellent work. We're going to eat this as soon as we wrap here in just a moment, too, as the show Best Pizza continues. Welcome back to the show. It's finally time for Justin's Choice, although we have a little surprise in a minute. Justin's Choice for Best Pizza in Central Florida goes to my good buddy and literally one of my favorite restaurants, no matter what kind of food we're talking about, Chef Francesco Ayala with Francesco. Chef, welcome to the show, buddy. How are you?
Thank you, Justin. Doing good. How about you?
Quick question. You know that I come there sometimes. You're always busy during lunch. You do a great job. I go there with my friend, and you're busy as can be. You're running around, and he says, Chef, can you make me something else that's not on the menu? And I feel terrible. I just want to apologize, number one, that's not coming from me, but also ask you, does it annoy you a little bit or no? Just
no,
be honest. All right, because I felt horrible.
None at all. I like to take care of my customer.
What is it he orders? It's the pasta with all the shellfish on it. What is that dish? It's amazing.
Zuppa di pesce.
Oh, I love it. I think it's not on the lunch menu or something, but he comes in and he shouts across the restaurant, and you always do it for us. So thank you for that.
That's my pleasure.
I love your restaurant. I mean, literally one of the best in Central Florida. I absolutely adore it. But when we get that seafood dish, we always order this pizza as well, and I specially requested you bring this one in for me today. What is this?
That's a pizza romana. Basically, it's a fresh mozzarella, arugula, prosciutto, shaved parmesan, and fresh cherry tomatoes. And then we put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
What do you think makes a great pizza?
Fresh ingredients. I mean, that's the short answer. Great ingredients that make a great everything. So.
How would you describe your pizza? What kind of pizza do I get at Francesco's?
You talk about as a favorite. I mean, I got my real favorite is a margherita. So basically, just tomato sauce, fresh mozzarella, and fresh basil.
What kind of oven?
Wood oven.
Wood oven. Is that the only way to go? What do you think?
It is. If you want to really be 100% Italian, that's the really way to go.
People always talk about the water that goes into the dough. Is there really something to that? Is that overrated? What do you think about the water that actually makes the dough?
No, honestly, I'm really straight from Italy, so I do not believe that. I just believe they got to be. Actually, the yeast got to be the mother yeast. It's called the mother yeast, which is the leftover of the dough the day before.
Oh, okay.
So I don't really use yeast on my dough. So basically, the leftover dough, that's what I'm using to let my dough grow.
Another beautiful pizza you brought for me here. What is this one?
It's a carne, meat lover. There's some sausage, Italian sausage, pancetta, and pepperoni. Of course, there is other type of meat. Like you said before, you can request anything you want. It can be meatball.
I don't recommend. I'm not saying do it. He already has to deal with me there. But that beautiful pizza as
Thank
well.
you.
What's your most popular pizza?
Actually, the Romana it is. The
so
Romana is.
Yes, I thought it was our little. I thought it was our little secret.
No, the Romana it is, and also like I was mentioned before, the Margherita is as well.
Got it. And finally, there at the end, what do you have there?
Finally, this one is on the end. It's the new pizza that I introduced about 2 months ago. It's the truffle pizza. So basically, to give an idea, it's like the Bianca pizza. So mozzarella, ricotta, truffle, and shaved Parmesan, and the end I put also a little bit of truffle oil.
What do you think about pizza delivery? There's always a big argument that you have to eat the pizza at the restaurant. It's not the same, even if you give it 10 or 15 minutes. How long after the pizza comes out of the oven do I need to indulge in it?
Justin, really, I'll be honest with you, I agree. Pizza need to be done in, and if you really want to know the time to take the pizza home, 15, 20 minutes is the most.
I totally agree.
Unfortunately, like you see, I put something on the box, like you see the paper, to not let it get soggy. But
yeah, exactly. You got to have the steam coming off it, get the crunch. That's beautiful.
The same thing with the food. Honestly, we do because, of course, I understand everybody after the long week wants to stay home, enjoy family, relaxing. But in general, food need to be eat at the restaurant.
Chef Francesco Aiello, one of my favorite restaurants in all of Central Florida, without a doubt, is Francesco's there in Maitland. Do yourself a favor, please check out Francesco's. Great pizza, but a full menu too. It's a great Italian restaurant all the way around. Chef, I love you, buddy. Thank you. And sorry again for ordering off. It's not me. It's my friend that orders off the menu.
Please.
All right, brother.
Anytime,
Chef, thank you so much, man. Great job today.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you.
Some would argue we saved the best for last. Achille Shaloya is here. How are you, brother?
Good, how are you?
Fresco Cucina Italiana. Did I mess any of that up?
No, you got it correct.
Awesome. I made the pizzas here are beautiful. Full Italian restaurant, obviously, but
Correct.
the pizza is fantastic. Tell me about your pizza program down there.
So basically, pizza was like kind of a secondary thing. We're more of an Italian restaurant, but the pizzas were an understatement of what we can actually do, and you got a couple tastes right here.
What makes a great pizza in your mind?
The flour, the tomatoes, and definitely the cheese.
The cheese. Where do you get your cheese from?
So we get Fiore del Latte. It's imported from Napoli, and we get that about 2 or 3 times a week.
What separates, and because again, Central Florida, I think 10 years ago was more big box store delivery pizza places, unfortunately. What separates the ingredients when you call one of the big box stores versus you guys?
So the ingredients are the freshest that we can get and the best quality that we can get. And we make a lot of, just the cheese and the tomatoes are the biggest key. And when you have to get those are the most important things to these pizzas.
I've been going through a pandemic, obviously. How have you guys, Dr. Phillips is a booming part of town for sure. How have you guys survived during this pandemic? Has it affected you negatively? How you doing now? Are we coming out of it?
Thankfully, we have the best clientele that we could actually have, and it's just an amazing thing. And it's amazing how a community supports a local business, and that's a big, big key.
You've been down in Dr. Phillips for almost 20 years now, but you've moved locations once, I believe,
Correct.
too. What made you do that? What prompted that?
So it wasn't kind of us. It's, this big box store, PGA Superstore. They're phenomenal. They're great neighbors to have, but they moved in. The landlord moved us across the street, and it was the best thing that ever happened to us.
Imagine PGA Superstore gets first call on that thing. Unbelievable. Beautiful pizzas here and a calzone at the end too.
Yeah.
Let's start here. Tell me about this pizza, Akila.
So traditional pizza margherita, it's San Marzano tomatoes. We use 2 different cheeses. We use a bufala mozzarella cheese, which is imported from Italy, and then we use a low moisture mozzarella too, so it's not too wet.
What about this one here? Beautiful
This is
pie.
Bascagnola pizza. So this is prima cotta.
Say that again. What?
I can't.
This is prima cotta, which is a cooked prosciutto, so kind of similar to a country ham, porcini mushrooms, and then also the same mozzarella, but this is the low moisture mozzarella, and then of course the good olive oil.
And finally, the beautiful calzone at the end. Now, a little birdie told me this is not on the menu. I got to roll in with my boys and be like, hey, Akile, can you make me that special calzone?
So the calzone is not on the menu, and how it happened is we had somebody come in, and from New York, of course, and said that nobody in Orlando could make a calzone. Well, it's calzone, and we made it, and he shut his mouth.
If you're ever on here's what you do. If you're ever on a first date, go down to Fresco and say right after me. Here's what you do. You sit down, beautiful girl, first date. Say, I know the guy. I know the owner here, and say, hey, Keely, can you make me the calzone? And she's sure to be impressed, I think,
Oh,
right?
absolutely, absolutely. I'll come over there and make sure that you're actually well looked after, okay?
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, great food program, not just pizza, of course. Tell me about the rest of the menu.
So, rest of the menu is dishes that we have created over time. We have an unbelievable staff in the kitchen, and it's just very comfort home food, you know, that you would get from Nonna's house, you know, your grandmother. And fresh pastas. Not all pastas are fresh, but we do the most of them. And you'll have a great time.
They say the oven is very important in the pizza world. What kind of oven do you guys use?
So we use a wood-fired oven for Neapolitan-style pizza. That's a very, very big key. There's nothing wrong with the gas oven. It's just a totally different pizza. So you wanted a more charred look. You wanted a more an oak feel. This is what you're going to get versus a gas oven.
Akile Shaloya, awesome, brother. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Fresco Cucina Italiana.
Pleasure.
You got to go check them out. Great job today, buddy.
Thank you very
for
much.
coming in. Now, that was a tough show. I mean, how in the world could we decide between best pizza places here in town? Mac, excellent job today. Only gets better next week, though. Best beaches in Central Florida. If you'd like to nominate a beach, Jay Clark at youhavepower.com. That email will come directly to me. Congratulations to our winner from the gift card from last week, Katie Grosso, $50 from Claremont Brewing Company. Thank you very much, Mac. Excellent job today. Our whole crew here, what a wonderful job. You did great.
Thank you.
I'm stuffed, but you did
Yeah,
great.
me too. You and I both.
Thank you so much. Most importantly, thank you for joining me this Sunday and every Sunday. We'll do the same exact thing next Sunday, same time. Best of Central Florida.